uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom.
Let's talk about this weapon here, the FAMAS. Now, you might say, that doesn't sound like the FAMAS we have right now. That's because it doesn't. This is the old FAMAS, one of the old FAMASes. In fact, this is the 2023 version, which, if I'm correct, is the version before the version that we just had. This is how the FAMAS sounds. Now, this is the FAMAS that is in the game right now. And you can tell that because it sounds a lot better and it has 40 in the clip. Now, I really pity the balance team at PUBG Mobile in dealing with this weapon. Let's run through a little bit about the FAMAS that makes it special. First and foremost, it has an incredible rate of fire. 968 rounds per minute. That's faster than a JS9, which is a very, very fast firing 9mm machine gun. And the problem with running something that is so fast firing is that you don't have a lot of leeway in terms of your reload, and you go through a lot of ammo. So you need to run a secondary slot weapon with that gun. But the problem with most people is that if you're running a FAMAS, your secondary slot weapon is an M416. And that means you're running out of 5.56 real fast, and you've got to carry a bucket load of them. There are various fixes to this, but this is how the FAMAS used to be. You can hear it's a little slower firing. It has 25 rounds base and 35 rounds if you put an extended mag in it. This is our current FAMAS, which sounds different, is faster firing, and you can also now mount a jungle mag. Originally, it could mount 25 rounds. Then they made it able to mount a magazine, and then they put it in a flare drop, and then they pulled the magazine off it. I think they made it a well drop again. It's been in and out of crates for such a long time. Originally, it was Livic only too. That's the other thing. So people would play Livic to run the gun if they really liked it. I'm looking at you, Nev, my good mate and patron. What's it like now? It's really good. It's actually really, really good. It's genuinely, finally, in a good place. We just found this guy in a car. G'day, guy in a car. What's so good about it? Well, the problem, as I mentioned, with fast-firing weapons is that they chew through their ammo, and if you're hip-firing or something, you need to throw a lot of lead down range. Well, in the past, that was a problem for the FAMAS because obviously you'd blow all your ammo and then you'd have to have a huge reload. Now you can blow all the ammo and you got another 20 in the clip, right? Because you can get it up to 50, which is very, very handy. It's also got good bullet speed. It's got your standard 900 meters a second 5.56 AR bullet speed. It's got improved recoil to where it was about a year ago. In my opinion, that recoil, here's the problem. I never measured the recoil properly on the FAMAS, so I can't compare it to where it was a year ago. My apologies. I don't have the data. And I can't go back in time to give you a quantifiable number. But, yeah, apologies. It does 38.9 base damage. Now, that's less than any of the other 5.56 ARs, and that's fair enough because it fires at an insane 968 rounds per minute. And that means you will throw enough lead down range to clear a target very, very quickly. In fact, its time to kill is 0.248 seconds. Now, usually in the past, I was always upset with the FAMAS for its crap hip fire spread. That is not a problem anymore. As you can see here, they've really gone to town on the FAMAS. They've improved the gun's handling. They've improved the gun's rate of fire. They've improved the gun's ability to actually carry ammunition so that it's not just a white elephant. And all those things have turned it into a gun that's actually really good that no one runs. Yeah. Unusually for me, you can see I'm running a muzzle brake here. Now, I am running a barrel extender on most of my 5.56 ARs. And the reason for that is pretty simple. Your 5.56 ARs generally have breakpoints because they all do around the same damage, where if you run, this is me spraying with the FAMAS, where if you run the gun so that it breakpoints at 25 into a level 2 vest, that means you kill a level 2 vest in 4 shots. If you don't run with a barrel extender, it takes you 5 shots. So running with a barrel extender will allow you to clear a level 2 vest a whole shot quicker. That doesn't work with the FAMAS. It's a different number. 38.9 is not high enough when you add a barrel extender in to get you to a break point that makes any kind of sense. Unfortunately, you'd need to get to 25, and you don't. You get to 24 when you add a barrel extender on the FAMAS. So it's already very, very good in terms of time to kill. Oh, that's the other thing. You used to not be able to put a muzzle attachment on this, I'm pretty sure, when it first came out. Anyway, run a muzzle brake on this. Huge vertical and horizontal recoil benefit. An absolute godsend. And it allows you to turn the FAMAS from a gun that has really decent recoil but not incredible to a gun that has easy to control recoil and a very good time to kill. I will be very, very honest here. I was not a believer in the FAMAS. I did this video and I found that I was rinsing people with it with no problems whatsoever, right? And one of the big reasons for that and the keys for that was no one respects it. Just people do not respect this gun. They will push on it. No one takes it out of a crate. They just don't think it's worth taking. But it can do all the things you need it to do. It can spray. It can really, really spray. You put a 3X on this thing. You can run a canted sight with it now. You can switch between the red dot on the canted sight for CQC if you really need it and the 3X. The hip fire is improved. It's not great, but it's improved. And you can't mount a laser sight, which is a problem. I love running a laser sight in an AUG. In terms of sprayability, it's not up there with an M4. It's certainly not up there with an M4. It's not as good as an AUG in terms of sprayability, but it's better than your 7s in terms of sprayability. And it's better than just about all your SMGs and such because it's got the bullet speed to actually track targets and spray them. And that's one of the best things about 5.56 ARs, if that's what you're into. If that's what you're into.
Watch out.
Absolutely underutilized weapon. And it is good enough to run in all kinds of different situations. In CQC, you can hip fire it. In this kind of range, it's the perfect typical 5.56 AR range. This is where 5.56 ARs dominate. And it is honestly anywhere around that 35 to 50 meter range is so good for the FAMAS. One, it's got incredible 5.56 AR bullet speed. And two, it's got very light recoil. And three, its rate of fire is crazy. Its rate of fire is nearly 1,000 rounds a minute. That all adds up to something that makes it very, very easy. If you want to run an extended quick draw magazine, you are going to do so much better, in my opinion. You can run the drum mag, and I will run it if I'm running in a squad. But if I'm running solo and I've got a FAMAS, I'm going to put the extended quick draw in there because it'll improve your reload speed to the point where, I mean, look at that. The AUG's an absolute gem. And this is the meta you're facing at the moment. If you were going to run the FAMAS here, you would probably run the FAMAS along with a gun like the AUG. Or you could run it with a DSR, run 40 rounds of 7s and have a bolty. But a lot of people are going to struggle to tear themselves away from this. The AUG/M416 and an S12K. If you want an alternative to this loadout, this kind of meta, try the FAMAS. Hell, you could run the FAMAS in the same role as an AUG. And what you would get is a gun that's a little better at CQC and a little worse at spraying. But it'd still be competitive. I'm Bushka. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give the FAMAS a try. It is nowhere near the terrible leave it in a crate weapon that everyone seems to think it is, especially now that the quality of life on it has improved so far. You should really give it a look. Until next time, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.